I thought that I had a family here. But as I am now, I'm just thinking. Because they say the family you are born with, you cannot choose. But the family you choose, you can alone as your family. But now you choose or employment put you in one family. Then you say, Aluta continue. Let's do this. Let's come together.
Continue.
But now they say, Benny, if you go that front, you're on your own. You're on your own.
We'll be behind you, don't worry. Go ahead.
How was it getting here this morning? How did you not the traffic, the queues and all of that? How was
Cost
it?
of transportation, Uncle.
Yeah,
I thought it was a new road.
She took.
I thought it was a new road design. There was literally cars at the side of both sides of the road.
Of the road.
All the way to the
all the way.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean,
you know, just yesterday, somebody wanted to go somewhere. I was with her, and she was like, "Okay, well, I want to go there." I just opened. Okay, let me just check out my way there. When we saw the boat price,
You changed your mind.
she jumped bus. The way she jumped the bus, she was even shouting. So you Yaba Ojueleba, but you shout that see, Yaba because this bus now they now scope you. They say Yaba Ojueleba, and when you enter. Yaba is supposed to be a detour. You go into Yaba, and then Ojueleba is forward. They will not get to the middle of the road and say, no, that is all. They are not going inside Yaba. They are going to Ojueleba.
Yeah, they always do that.
So she came down, and she was just, that's what the commuters face. And then it was 1-3.
Yeah.
Yes, 1-3.
Yeah.
And that was Beggar. I think it was Beggar. Yeah, Beggar to Yaba. Also,
1-3K or 13,000.
No.
Boss.
Okay, boss. Okay, I thought you meant both.
And so, incidentally, just before she got this boat, I was going through Instagram and I saw something about. See, the streets are more dangerous now than some few years back. So when I still take bus, I still jump on cable. When I used to do it very often, like as a normal way of living, it was not as unsafe as it is now.
What is unsafe about it?
So this girl said there's this scam that they do. Now, her phone was stolen, right? But the way it was, she said something like, they told her to put on the seatbelt and use your two hands. And she had to drop her bag that had her phone. The bus driver and the conductor were in on it. You know,
Where did she drop the bag?
It was by the side. And in that little moment of dropping the bag and trying to, the seatbelt was...
You should have put it between her thighs.
You know, there's always that thing that you're just chilling and all that.
But then again, when they start telling you to wear seatbelts...
Like 3-4 people, they said this thing where conductor...
Oh, you put it like this,
conductor and the driver, they come in sync and all of that.
Of course.
Everybody's trying to look for a way. Now, people, you remember when we were talking about the quality of food? Things are now on the high. People are looking for a way to make more money. And so, for them to do that, they are doing things that maybe
dangerous preservatives.
Their mind for no carry them down before. But you know, hunger can drive you to do anything.
So interestingly, over the weekend now, right? Okay, first let me comment on the question you asked. Getting here this morning, it was quite a journey. As I said, as I came out, I noticed cars literally trailing the whole road. Of course, queuing for fuel and all of that. And then 2 days ago, the rate at which I come to the office has literally increased by about
40% or 50%?
About 200%.
Well, yeah.
So normally getting to the office is about 3,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3K, 3,500.
As
at today,
10K.
so as at two days ago, it was 4 something. Yesterday, it was 6 something. Today, it was 9 something.
Tomorrow
so what
it
is
will be 12
interesting is the speed at which
it's
increasing it, yes.
Do you get? And interestingly, going back usually costs twice that amount to get from the office back to the house. So I'm just like, okay, like what's going on? So now speaking about how people are literally trying to make ends meet now and the things that we are actually susceptible to, over the weekend, we're literally seeing the story of TJ Omori.
Oh, yes.
And how, I mean, he did a failed kidney transplant and all of that, and how he spoke about how bad drinks literally cost him to be in the office for most of the year, right? So I went out this weekend. I mean, it was a Miss Universe competition. So the weekend, myself and the girls just hung out and all of that.
Yeah, I had people shouting on the screen. I had Whitney's voice directly.
And then
I didn't watch it too. I heard it.
And then we literally had the opportunity of sitting down with some club owners just to talk about literally what's going on and because we're trying to even think of how, bring more traffic and everything. And the guys specifically talk about how now it's actually really crazy, talking about how we should all be really careful, especially when we go out, because now he knows it because he's in on
the business.
The business and everything. That this guy's literally like the drinks in the club, a lot of guys literally buy fake drinks just to literally create that margin of making profits. So now there's the option of buying real, but you know that if you buy the real drinks, they are more expensive. So now they literally stock up the clubs with the fake drinks. However, they still sell it at those exorbitant prices. And all of that. So they make a crazy...
So the thing is that before now,
please, if you're out there with everything,
now,
please be careful.
They didn't used to know that these were fake, but from what she's saying now,
Yes.
they now
They know.
intentional.
It's a thing that they do. But he
intentional.
was like, he can't even bring himself to do that. Do you understand? But he has to literally still maintain the standard of what's happening. And this guy is not even a Nigerian. Do you understand? So I'm just imagining like the things that are literally happening at other places.
You know, before now, what used to apply
crazy.
was the club owner buys quality drinks and then the staff will now
swap it or
swap
something.
it with,
Yes.
fake drinks just so they can make extra cash. But for you to say now it's actually a trend, even the club owners are in on
yes,
it.
their
That's quite
suppliers,
unfortunate.
they literally tell them
And
because
then
they also try to save
I
costs.
will still always come back to Price
Sad.
Regulatory Commission. I will never stop mentioning that fact. On the one hand, we have the we have the NAFDAC to worry about these things. Sometimes they close some of these dens where these things take place.
Yes.
But how many of them can they close?
Yes.
If you do not tell them about the location of these places, they will never know where it's happening. We also need to be responsible. It's called community
socially
responsibility. Social responsibility.
Yes.
Social responsibility by a community. You know where things are being done. You are saying you don't want to cost them their source of livelihood. Meanwhile, they will cost you your kidney and other body parts because if you think they don't sell it locally, you are wrong. There are people within your community buying from them, knowing fully well that it's bad, and they are selling it to you, and you are thinking you're getting quality.
Yes.
Bottle covers are easy to get. All they have to do is just swap cover using a good-looking bottle of your favorite soft drink. And
Bottle is even a far, I mean, it's even far. How many people, these days, people say in their house, they don't even want to go out again because of the way everything is. How even food, like roadside sellers, people that sell actual food. We've literally spoken to, like, done a number of interviews where you are literally hearing how they literally also try to supplement things just so that they have more quantity. Sometimes you are buying certain things and you're wondering, this thing is looking weird. But they say, oh, no, it's just this one. And recently, I actually bought a bottle of palm oil. When I opened it, the smell that came out of that bottle, I'm like, God forbid bad thing.
So
and you would really not know. Do you understand?
This thing you said,
it's crazy.
It just reminded me of something. So last week, I had access to fresh beans. That was my first time of seeing fresh beans. Babe, the smell of fresh beans is nothing like these things we buy in the market. Fresh beans has this delicious smell. Like you smell it, you feel like you're tasting beans. What we are calling fresh beans is just like this Dangote petrol that they said we've been buying nonsense. If you taste fresh beans, babe,
the petrol is
fresh.
Blue. It looks blue.
Hey.
So
It has a
depends
bluish
on
tint.
some people at different points. It depends on sometimes lead, sometimes ethanol, different mixtures or things.
Yes, put inside
gives
it.
it color. That's the
Mama,
petrol. But you
we
see,
need
Of
to
course.
consider
Then
that
again,
some
when
poison, oh.
I think what we are saying as a whole is that as much as we know, we are all going through this. Let's try and not make it harder for ourselves.
Ourselves,
That's
like...
just it. I was going to buy fuel.
But it's
but
sad.
even when it was high, the guy wanted to charge me extra, and I thought...
But that's the thing. As sad as it is, right? As much as we're saying this, yes, of course, if you can, please make it easier for other people. But there are people that will still just think about what they want to eat. They're just thinking about themselves and their survival. They don't care about what happens to other people around them.
Transporters, maybe we'll not take them easy, especially the way you guys inflate prices. Take it easy. You're not the only ones having problems. Because what you people do causes a lot of ripple effects.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Okay.
Joe.
Yes.
All right. We'll be back after this timeout.